All right, so it's been a while since I've actually made a video. Been like 2 weeks maybe. A lot of things have happened. If you follow me on IG, you'll know that I did have rhabdo. So I was in the ER for one day just to get some IVs and to check my CK levels and my liver enzymes, things like that. I'll show you what I'm doing for that. And I don't have updated blood work yet on that, but working on it. So right now, if you again follow me on IG, I'm making some stuff here to put in these. This one will go in the droppers, and the nasal sprays will be something. So that was a magnetic plate. This little magnetic plate, it's got a little thing in there to spin around. This is not a heated magnetic plate, which is why I have the aluminum foil on top. Helps to take whatever ingredient that I'm using, and I am using the polyethylene glycerol. So that's what I'm using for the oral. And then for the nasal spray, I use Bacto sterile water. Anyways, comment below if you want to know what that is or take a guess at what that is based on my other videos. But as far as the kidney rhabdo issue, again, my CK levels, it's your creatine kinase levels. It's kind of creatine muscle breakdown through your kidneys. Your urine will be slightly like a pink hue, red, brown. Brown's pretty bad. Mine CK levels, they projected to be over 10,000. I did go in 3 days, or on the third day after having rhabdo, I pretty much diagnosed myself. I knew what was going on, trying to hydrate myself during those 2 days. Could not. I kept peeing and peeing and peeing, even though I was drinking enough electrolytes. I just couldn't keep it in my body. So take a look around. I'm taking the kidney support. So it's a little blend we got here. And then we got the liver by Revive. Again, you can check that out. I am not sponsored by any of these people. You can use some codes if you find out whatever code you want to use. NAC. This is going to be one of the nasal sprays that I use. And then I am also taking more Tedka. Again, my liver were quite high. So we're talking like in the thousands and in the high 700s for AST and ALT. I know that's just the two main ones. You know, it's not everything. However, that's kind of like the start of the day. I did go back and do some legs today. My workouts are not so awesome right now because I can only exert so much energy, and then definitely feel pain in my lower back if I go too hard, which then I hydrate more, taking hydrocharge or some type of taurine, some type of sodium, magnesium, potassium. And so I just ended up cooking some food afterwards after the gym today. That's kind of been my day. Cooked some beef, ate some beef and rice. Again, I do use even though my leg day is not that hard, I use a little bit of insulin, like 4 units today. So anyways, about to go pick a few things up from the store. And right now I am kind of taking a break. I'm on a little vacation, staycation. So that's what's going on right now with me, and getting some medical things done, getting some car things done, getting some homemade drug stuff done. And that's about it right now, but I'll keep you updated because let's see what I go buy from the store. And this has another 7 hours. So I did forget to mention that with these compounds, I do let them spin, stir, and on that magnetic plate for about 24 hours. So then it'll be nice and ready to use with that disgusting gasoline taste. All right, so back where we started, right? Just got back from Walmart. So, you know, all Walmarts are really crazy, kind of sketchy. So just to let you guys know, I had a glucose monitor used, and then I just had to go buy a Lansing device. So you know what happens to those, overuse over time. And then I also picked up some more almond milk. I got some Fairlife chocolate milk back there, some blueberries. This is kind of what the fridge is looking like right now. Got the sugar-free sweet chili. And then because Eiley is allergic to soy and dairy, we have these non-dairy whipped cream for the blueberries. Same thing with the one down here. This one is the almond milk. So, but other than that, man, just got some peaches in here, the veggies. Got some other stuff like cheeses for the kids. I make grilled cheese, you know. Anyways, that was the grocery haul. It was like $35, and that's about it, man. Does anybody else have issues with overbuying when you go to Walmart if you're hungry, right? So that's kind of like a very common issue that I have with a lot of people, is that when you go into the grocery store and you're hungry, you tend to buy things that you don't need, that they sound good, but you know, the key is to really, if you're going to go buy groceries, eat a meal, go in there. The walking will also help you digest and feel better with the blood glucose kind of leveling out and not really spiking. You want to reduce that spiking. So you also reduce impulse buying, which is great. You know what I mean? So that's a little tip and trick. So if you're able to, yes, you know, have a snack or something before going into the grocery store. And then you'll avoid those random purchases that you just really don't need. You know what I mean? Plus, you got to have a list. You know, if you have a list, then you're prepared. If you don't have a list, then you're failing to prepare. So you're prepared to fail. Something about doing laundry. It's a little like therapeutic, you want to say? So I don't know. There we go. Set you guys up there. I don't know who like does all the laundry in your house. If you live alone, obviously you do the laundry, unless you pay for a maid, which congrats to you. However, you probably share the task if you are married or living with someone, girlfriend, so you don't put all the stress onto them. But you know, it is therapeutic in a way to get your mind off of things. Sometimes, you know, washing dishes, doing a task that can take your mind off of something and you don't have to like think about it. Definitely therapeutic. So I can't even like fix you guys up. But sometimes we need that to kind of get away from all the mundane stuff in the world that we hear or that we're involved in. You can only spend so much time in the gym or on vacation to where you can get your mind off of something. But I think doing some task, around the house, it's like little doorknob keeps coming off. Kids, man, freaking rip stuff off. But yeah, keeping your mind bleeding occupied with some sort of task is just going to help you kind of meditate, just to get some thoughts out of your head that maybe you're trying to think more clearly. Maybe you have a business idea, or maybe you're trying to figure out a way to overcome a situation that's happened at work or in your home or in your life. These are things that you can do as you are just mowing the yard, washing the dishes, vacuuming. There's studies behind this that really help to prove this, to help with mental health. And I think that's something that we do run across, especially right now. And I just thought that little tidbit might help a little bit. I keep very, very busy throughout the day, trying to always think about something. And I wouldn't feel bad if you're, you know, taking a time for yourself, laying in bed. If you are watching TV, sometimes you just start daydreaming or kind of your mind starts to wander off and you're not even watching TV, sometimes that's just you trying to take yourself away from that situation, because again, your body is always trying to de-stress itself in some way, and that's going to be a more healthy approach rather than I would say like looking toward drugs or looking for infidelity, things like that, which do come across if you do not, or even anger. So those come across as a pathway for your body to relieve stress, but it puts it in a more stressful environment, because that's more of like a release of dopamine. It's not even like release of serotonin. So you're gonna have a better serotonin release doing some of these tasks, again, that are just very routine and you don't need to think about it in a very complex way. Anyways, again, follow me on IG, fit.dad.lifestyle. We went to Build-A-Bear. First experience, I don't know if you guys have ever done that. This is Derek's, Mr. Roar. So if you saw some little birth certificates in the beginning of the video on the countertop, that was for these, the birth certificates of Mr. Roar and Chase. Chase's Paw Patrol. He has a hat somewhere. But yeah, I've ever done that, but I'd say maybe worth one time, but they get you on the accessories. So I would say choose 1 to 2. We chose 2 accessories. That was the limit. They have tons of stuff there. I think they might be different based on store to store. I don't know. We went to one in Wesley Chapel, which is just like north of Tampa. But yeah, cool experience. All right, this is like my favorite place in the house. Obviously, it's the kitchen, so I'm here all the time. But first meal of the day, I had a protein shake post-workout, and then I had, well, actually, let me go back, because I took 50 grams of carbs, pre-am and intra, and then I had a protein shake with 20 grams of carbs coming from banana, 40 grams of protein. And then I had about 100 grams of carbs coming from rice, with 50 grams of protein coming from beef and chicken. And then now I am cooking up some steak, some London broil, grass-fed, grass-finished on sprouts. After that cooks, we'll put some mushrooms on there and some onions, which already. And that'll be meal number 3, and it's 2:34 right now. And it's about to rain here in Florida. Again, it's kind of like been rainy all the time. So that's just the season that we're in. And I'll be watching She-Hulk Disney+. So that's what's going on now. All right, so another little meal. Got some kefir in here, probably about 4 ounces maybe. And there's a scoop of protein and almond milk, empty. That's another meal. I'll have a banana with that, and maybe, but that's about it right now. And we'll end the night with something else as well. And I believe the kids are going to be going to the pool. Hey, are y'all going to the pool? No? Okay. All right, so just ending the night with a little bit of food. Got ourselves some chicken, corn, so chicken breast, some popcorn. It's the 100 calories. Kettle corn. There we go, that one. And we'll dip it off with some sweet chili. And there will be something new in this guy. Thursday, I think I get my other ingredient that I can use. But that'll be it for tonight, with a little bit of hydration. And I don't know where this puts me at as far as macros goes, but I'll probably have some Fairlife as well, some Fairlife milk. That's where it puts me at the end of the day. I've just been looking online for some property in Wesley Chapel for what I'm trying to start up for my like a business, and hopefully we can find some property. Right now there's no commercial spaces available that I need, or that my business would need. So I'm kind of stuck in a predicament with what to do. Do I just wait? But Wesley Chapel is my demographic, and that's why I'm really looking over there. Besides houses, again, commercial buildings, maybe lease a building or an office or um, build on a piece of property. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, nothing much else. Listening to the circles of Evans and Tapani and all of them. If you haven't seen them, go check them out and listen to a few of the Think Big bodybuilding stuff. So like Ron and Dusty, and watch some of Dave Crossland and Scott McNally. They're live today. But that's about it today. A lot of seemingly busy work that really goes nowhere. You know what I mean? You have those days where you're like, man, like, what did I do today? And you're just like on the phone or emails and such, or researching for whatever you're emailing about and trying to figure out like how to actually write the email, like what words to use. Real estate is not my first language. I'm more comfortable talking about hormones or about supplements or about health, medical stuff. And yeah, so that puts me at the end of today. That's kind of a day in the life, average day in the life. Um, yeah, so the kids did go swimming at a neighbor's house. And that's about it. So like, share, comment, subscribe, like always, what people say. And if you have any recommendations of what you want to see, what you want to hear, my experience, kind of like what things I do as well as hobby-wise, maybe we can get some footage with that. But other than that, living a pretty habitual life, what seems to be boring to some people, but you know, it is what it is when you have a family and you try to have, you know, different streams of revenue coming in. So it does seem pretty monotonous on some of the days. But anyways, don't let that get you down. There's always room for improvement. There's always a reason for what you're doing. Someone somewhere will get something out from you or whatever you're putting out. All right, later, guys.